The Crucible Years, Forging a Career of Purpose, Pay, and Peace Before 30. Hello. If you're listening to this, there's a good chance you're standing at a crossroads. You're likely in your late 20s or early 30s, you've put in the hard yards, the degrees, the entry-level jobs, the late nights, and you've arrived at a moment of quiet crisis. It's not a loud, dramatic crisis. It's the slow, simmering feeling of being stuck. It's the echo in your mind at 2 a.m. after another 12-hour day. Is this it? It's the tension between the person you thought you'd be and the life you're actually living. You have a master's degree, maybe you're in a role that was once your dream, but now it feels like a gilded cage. You're doing the work of 3 people, your pay hasn't kept pace with your value, and the passion that once fueled you is now the very thing burning you out. You might be the primary earner in your family. You might be thinking about starting one. You look at the cost of living in your community and feel the walls closing in. The idea of leaving your industry feels like a betrayal of your identity, but the idea of staying feels like a slow-motion surrender of your well-being. You are not alone. This is not a personal failure. This is a developmental stage of the modern professional life. I call these the crucible years, the period where the raw materials of your early career are tested, heated, and forged into the durable, resilient, and purposeful career you will carry forward. This script is your guide through that crucible. We will not offer easy answers because there are none, but we will provide a framework, a set of tools, and a heavy dose of perspective to help you navigate the triad of modern career ambition: pay, passion, and peace. Let's begin. Part 1. The diagnosis: understanding the stuck feeling. Before we can chart a new course, we must understand our current coordinates. The feeling of being stuck is a symptom, not the disease. Let's dissect its core components. 1.1. The passion paradox, when your dream job becomes a nightmare. You did everything right. You identified a passion, perhaps a niche, mission-driven field, and you pursued it with academic rigor and single-minded focus. You landed the perfect job. Initially, it was euphoric. You were making a difference. But a sinister shift occurs in mission-driven and niche fields. Your passion becomes your employer's leverage. The logic, often unspoken, is you're not here for the money, you're here for the mission. Therefore, your compensation can be lower, your hours longer, and your boundaries more flexible. This is what we call salaried time abuse. Working 50, 60, 70 hours a week becomes normalized because the cause is so important. This creates the passion paradox. The very thing that drew you in is now the mechanism of your exploitation. You feel guilty for wanting more money, more time, more respect, because it feels like you're betraying the mission. But remember this: burnout is not a badge of honor. It is a systemic failure, not a personal one. A mission that consumes its most dedicated advocates is a mission that is unsustainable. 1.2. The breadwinner's burden and the family planning horizon. Your career decisions are no longer just about you. You mentioned being the breadwinner. This adds a layer of immense pressure. The stakes are higher. A risky career move isn't just a personal gamble. It's a potential threat to your family's stability. This pressure can lock you into unsatisfactory roles out of fear. Simultaneously, you're thinking about family planning. This is a powerful, life-altering horizon. It forces a long-term perspective. You're no longer asking, can I tolerate this job for another year? You're asking, what will my life and energy look like when I have a child? Can this job accommodate the needs of a family? Will I have the emotional and physical capacity to be the parent and partner I want to be? This dual identity, the provider and the future parent, collides with the stuck feeling, creating a potent cocktail of anxiety and urgency. 1.3. The high cost of living trap. Geography is a career factor. Living in a high cost of living community often means your job is tied to that location. The high salary that feels necessary to survive there might only be available in the very roles or industries that are burning you out. It creates a golden handcuff scenario. The thought of leaving feels financially terrifying, and perhaps culturally so too, if this community is your home, your support network. 1.4. The identity fusion. I am my job. In niche fields, this is especially common. Your identity becomes fused to your profession. You're not just a person who does X, you are an Xer. To leave the role feels like an existential threat. Who are you without this title? This fusion makes the idea of a pivot feel like a death of self, which is why so many people remain in draining situations far too long. So, to recap the diagnosis, you are caught in the passion paradox, weighed down by the breadwinner's burden, staring at the family planning horizon, trapped by your high cost of living geography, and your identity is fused to a role that is no longer serving you. It feels overwhelming, but understanding these forces is the first step to mastering them. You are not bad at your career. You are facing a complex set of structural and personal challenges. Now, let's build your escape plan. Part 2. The mindset shift, the foundation of everything. You cannot solve a problem with the same thinking that created it. Before we talk about tactics, resumes, networking, negotiations, we must rebuild your internal operating system. Your mindset is the soil from which all new growth will spring. 2.1. From passion to purpose. A more sustainable fuel. Passion is a flame, bright, hot, but it can consume its fuel rapidly and burn out. Purpose is a hearth, warm, steady, and sustainable. Your task is to translate your specific passion, example, I am passionate about this specific niche conservation work, into a broader transferable purpose. Ask yourself, what is the core value I'm fulfilling in my current role? Is it advocacy, education, building systems, empowering the vulnerable? What specific problems do I enjoy solving? Complex logistical puzzles, communicating difficult ideas into managing chaotic situations into order? Your purpose might be to create order from chaos, or to translate complex information into actionable insights, or to advocate for those without a voice. This purpose is not tied to one job title or one nonprofit. It can be fulfilled in a corporate role, a government agency, a different nonprofit, or as a consultant for organizations trying to improve their community impact. By decoupling your purpose from your specific job, you free yourself to explore a universe of possibilities without feeling like a traitor to your cause. 2.2. Embrace the and, rejecting false choices. The world loves to present us with false binaries. You must choose passion or pay, meaning or money, career or family. This is a lie. The most successful and fulfilled people learn to embrace the and. I can have a meaningful career and be well compensated. I can be a devoted parent and an ambitious professional. I can honor my niche skills and apply them in a new, more sustainable context. This isn't magical thinking, it's strategic thinking. It requires creativity, negotiation, and boundary setting, but it starts with giving yourself permission to want it all. You do not have to choose a life of poverty to be a good person. You do not have to sacrifice your family at the altar of your career. Refuse the binary. 2.3. Your career is a portfolio, not a ladder. The old model was a ladder. You start at the bottom and climb straight up, one rung at a time in one company or industry. This model is obsolete and a primary source of the stuck feeling. Instead, envision your career as a diversified investment portfolio. You have different assets, core skills, your niche expertise from your master's and current role, adjacent skills, the other tasks you've been doing, many people's roles, project management, budgeting, training, client relations, soft skills, leadership, resilience, communication, problem solving, your network, the people you know, your values, your non-negotiables for quality of life. A smart investor doesn't put all their money in one stock. They diversify to manage risk and maximize returns. Your career should be the same. Your next move isn't necessarily up. It could be lateral, diagonal, or even a temporary step down in responsibility to